Good evening, Belize. It's Monday and you're tuned in to News 5. I'm Sabrina Daly. Thanks for joining us. Here's what's making headlines tonight. A Father's Day weekend tragedy in San Pedro. Rubio Salazar loses his life in a deadly chopping. And police say his own son is to blame. In Kamalote village, a young man is gunned down inside his mother's bedroom. Tonight, we're asking who wanted Travis Swift dead and why. In politics, the UDP's internal struggles deepen as Saturday's National Party Council meeting collapses. Meanwhile, the Belize National Teachers Union is firing back at the Briceño administration over a controversial government ad campaign. And in a story of resilience, 15 years after surviving a devastating fire, Damari Tesakun beats the odds and becomes a doctor, now determined to help other burn victims. These stories and more coming up in just 60 seconds.
Design Depot, your all-in-one destination for transforming your living spaces. Explore the world of GE with our selection of cutting-edge appliances for functional, convenient, and modern living. Find solutions for every paint project, from home to industrial, with our extensive selection of Sherwin-Williams paints and coatings. Safeguard your home with the durability of our weather-resistant windows and doors. Elevate your kitchen and bath with the timeless elegance of Kohler sinks and faucets. Transform your space with our constantly refreshed tile inventory, always embracing the latest tile trends. Design Depot, all in one place.
This newscast is brought to you by the Belize Bank Limited. Our country, your bank.
Welcome back. Just before a weekend meant for honoring fathers, a heartbreaking tragedy has shaken the quiet San Mateo neighborhood in San Pedro. Rubio Salazar, a familiar face on the island, was killed in a shocking altercation, allegedly at the hands of his own son. What should have been a time for family and celebration has instead turned into a time of mourning and disbelief. The incident has left a family shattered and a community searching for answers. Tonight, we take a closer look at what led to this devastating turn of events. News 5's Brittany Gordon has the story.
For one San Pedro family, this Father's Day brought heartbreak instead of celebration. 59-year-old Rubio Salazar lost his life in a violent altercation with his own son. Police say the argument between Rubio and 39-year-old Daniel Salazar turned deadly after a blow to the head escalated the situation.
Police are investigating the death of 59-year-old Rubio Salazar of San Mateo area, San Pedro, which occurred on 14 June 2025 at approximately 3:30 p.m. The investigation has so far revealed that Rubio Salazar and his son, 39-year-old Daniel Salazar, got into an altercation with each other, where it is alleged that Rubio struck Daniel with a stick and Daniel inflicted a chop wound to the upper part of Rubio Salazar's body, fatally wounding him. Daniel Salazar was detained, where it was observed that he had a wound to the temple for which he sought medical attention.
Neighbors say the argument may have started over the family dogs, one belonging to Daniel Salazar at the front of the yard, and the other, known to be aggressive, belonging to his father at the back. They believe tensions over the dogs may have sparked the deadly confrontation. Meanwhile, Daniel's mother, Erminia Muschamp, is still in shock. She says she never saw her son as a violent person and is still struggling to come to terms with what happened.
I couldn't believe it. I was surprised. Daniel is not that kind of person. He's not a violent person. He's not I can't even explain. He's a calm person, a responsible, a mannered person. He's not a drunkard, like going to drink outside or socialize with people like that. Yes, you come here, hi, he's a nice person. He's, the best son I ever have.
Mushram says her son isn't a violent person and believes he may have been pushed to his breaking point. She claims her former husband, Rubio, had a history of aggression and suggests that Daniel may have been triggered during the heated exchange that turned deadly.
With me living with him, I know he was that person, like, used to hit me, used to violent with me. But with the kids, like, for the years, pass and thing, I can't say about that. I don't really know what kind of person he become after when you're living with somebody and you separate, it's too different. So I can't really say anything about Rubio's life now.
Police are yet to determine if self-defense can be applied to this incident.
Self-defense certainly arises on the facts. However, for a defense of self-defense to be successfully sustained, proportionality is the question. The Office of the Director of Public Prosecution will give directions as to what charges are to be levied under the circumstances.
Can you confirm if the father was drinking at the time?
I can confirm that samples were taken from persons that were present and statements were recorded.
The tragic death left a lasting impact on the entire family as they grieved the loss of Rubio and processed the actions of Daniel Salazar. Armenia is hoping that no matter what the outcome is, justice will prevail and her family can overcome their heartbreak.
I trust in God and I believe in God, and I pray for the best for my son because he has a daughter that's going to be graduating on Wednesday, and that's what he said, Mom. He said, my daughter. I said, son, we just have to wait and pray for the best and hope that justice be served. And I said, something triggered Daniel to react like that, and he told me, he said, Mom, I was hit twice before I react, and he was tired. He just came in from work maybe like 5 or 10 minutes before, according to what I understand. And, in this sun hot, coming from work tired, and someone attacked you, you don't think, you just react.
At this time, the family remains torn and confused, but is leaning on each other for support as they grapple with the reality of the situation. Brittany Gordon for News 5.
Police have no records of prior altercations between Daniel and Rubio Salazar. A peaceful night in Kamalote village was shattered by gunfire on Friday, leaving a family devastated and a community in shock. 21-year-old Travis Swift was gunned down inside his mother's bedroom, his life cut short in a hail of bullets. Over 24 shell casings were recovered from the scene, and the bedroom wall still bears the scars of the violence. Police say Swift was the intended target. But the big question tonight is why? Described by many as peaceful and well-mannered, Travis is now the second son Rosita Oriana has lost to gun violence in just 7 years. It's a heartbreaking story of loss, fair and unanswered questions. Paul Lopez has more from Kamalote.
Just minutes after 21-year-old Travis Swift arrived home in Kamalote village, a gunman opened fire through a bedroom window. Swift was shot and killed at the foot of his mother's bed. At the time, only he and his younger brother were home. Their mother, Rosita Oriana, was out that Friday night.
And that where they killed him in my room.
In a terrifying moment that could have claimed 2 lives, Travis Swift's younger brother tried to intervene as gunshots rang out inside their home. But the gunman wasn't done. He turned his weapon to the young boy. Miraculously, Swift's brother escaped without injury.
Younger brother me strong out in the chair in the hall, and he holla for his brother when they give him the shot. He holla about my younger son. Me think the pop shot me the boss. So when he holla for my son gone inside in the room, but they shoot up at my other son too. But my son say he never afraid. He just went there for help your brother, and they shoot up so much shot after my other son. The other shot they never hit the other son.
Rosita Oriana says the scene inside her home was like something out of a war zone. Investigators counted up to 30 spent shells scattered across the bedroom floor. The glass windows were shattered, the frame was riddled with bullet holes, and the wall directly across from the window, it's peppered with marks from the barrage of gunfire. Police say Travis Swift had just come back from a quick run to a nearby store when the gunman struck. He barely had time to settle in before his life was taken in a hail of bullets.
And shortly after he returned, it is believed that an unknown individual entered the residence and fired multiple shots, fatally injuring Swift. Police are currently seeking 2 male persons who they believe can assist with this investigation.
Any motive?
No motive has been ascertained so far.
Is he known to the police?
He is not known to the police.
Investigators have identified 2 suspects, both from Kamalote village, and confirmed that Swift was the intended target. For his mother, Rosita Oriana, the pain is all too familiar. In 2018, she lost another son, 22-year-old Oswald Arnold, whose body was found along the Belize River after he'd been missing for 6 months. Today, an urn with Oswald's ashes sits in the family's dining room, a heartbreaking reminder of the violence that struck her family twice.
I lose a son 7 years ago, and still no justice, and I don't want justice for Travis because he really never deserved this. He never deserved it. Travis no bother nobody. Travis no fooling nobody. Why they target Travis, only God knows. Well, only God knows, because he don't know somebody will get trouble. Whosoever, if the one or two, they we not sure, we don't know which side they come from, and why that the reason why they do this, and why they chance Travis out of his life. Why? I asked you the question why. We not some cowards because we never had to do me son that. And I asked you the question why Travis, out of all persons, will not bother nobody.
Travis Swift graduated from the Belmopan Baptist High School 2 years ago. Up to the time of his death, he assisted his mother in operating a small business she runs. Reporting for News 5, I am Paul Lopez.
A grim discovery on a banana farm in southern Belize has left a community in shock. On Friday, police found the decomposing body of a Honduran national, Roberto Dominguez, bearing multiple chop wounds. He was last seen alive on Monday, and now investigators are trying to piece together what happened in those missing days. Superintendent of Police Stacy Smith shares more on this disturbing case.
On Friday, 13 June 2025, at approximately 4:15 p.m., police officers attached to the Bella Vista Police Substation in southern Belize visited a banana farm on San Pablo Road, where the unresponsive body of Roberto Vasquez Dominguez, a 71-year-old Honduran farmer, was found. The body, which was already in a state of decomposition, exhibited injuries consistent with chop wounds and gunshot wounds. As a consequence of the ongoing investigation, police have learned that Dominguez was last seen alive on Monday, 9 June, where it is alleged that he indicated to an individual that he was going to do some work on his farm. The investigation into this matter continues. No suspect has been identified thus far.
And did he disclose if he had any problems with anybody else?
No information has been ascertained in relation to that question.
A Belize City man is counting his blessings tonight after a close brush with death. 26-year-old Jevon Ramclam was hanging out at his home on Mascal Street when a heated argument took a dangerous turn. Police say the dispute with Lyndon Mascal escalated quickly, ending with gunfire aimed at Ramclam. Thankfully, he escaped unharmed. Assistant Superintendent Stacy Smith has more on this frightening encounter.
On Thursday, 12 June 2025, at approximately 11:35 p.m., police responded to a shooting incident on Mascal Street, Belize City. It was learned that Jevon Ramclam was injured as a consequence of the shooting and was ferried to the Carl Hushner Memorial Hospital for treatment. So far, the investigation has revealed that Ramclam was at his residence socializing with a group of male persons when an argument ensued between Ramclam and one of the individuals who is alleged to have pulled out a firearm and fired several shots at Ramclam, injuring him. Police have since arrested and charged Lyndon Mascal, a Belizean tour guide of Mascal Street, for the crimes of use of deadly means of harm and dangerous harm.
So these two people, they were friends?
They are familiar with each other, yes.
Oh, and what was the nature of that led to the shooting?
And disagreement between the two.
Were they drinking?
They were socializing. I believe they were drinking indeed.
The firearm was licensed?
No, Mr. Mascal is not known to be the holder of a licensed firearm.
And are any of these persons known to police?
Yes.
This incident marks the second attempt on Ramclam's life after he was targeted by gunmen in 2023. After a neighbor grew concerned over not seeing 75-year-old Marvin Harton for several days, a wellness check led police to a tragic scene. Harton's decomposing body was found inside his home in Consejo Village, Corozal district. While there were no visible signs of injury, police say the investigation is far from over. Assistant Superintendent Stacy Smith shares more on this somber case.
Police are investigating the death of 75-year-old South African national Marvin Harton, who at the time was residing in Consuelo Village, Corozal district. A neighbor of Langard reported to police that he had not seen him for a few days, which caused him to become concerned as that is out of the norm for him. Police visited the residence, and after unsuccessfully trying to communicate with anyone therein, the premises was breached and they were immediately confronted with the odor of decomposition. The body of Harton was discovered, and a preliminary inspection of the body did not disclose any sign of injury. The body of Harton is now at the National Forensic and Science Services Laboratory, where it awaits a post-mortem examination.
He's a resident of Belize? Like he's living here now?
Yes, he resides in Consuelo Village.
Okay. Unlikely if it's natural causes.
The indication from a superficial inspection of his body does not suspect foul play to be involved. However, the post-mortem examination would give a more conclusive determination of that.
Coming up, failed NPC meeting marks another blow for UDP. More when we return.
Measles is a virus that is highly infectious and spreads through the air when an infected person coughs or sneezes. It often starts with a fever, cough, runny nose, and red, watery eyes, followed by a rash that spreads all over the body. Measles can cause serious complications. But here's the good news. Measles is preventable. The safest and most effective way to protect your child is through vaccination. The MMR vaccine is safe and available at your nearest health centers and clinics. Let's keep our families and communities safe. Get vaccinated. Stay protected. Brought to you by the Ministry of Health and Wellness in partnership with PAHO and UNICEF.
Stop wasting your time and money. Come to Publix, where every dollar counts. So why shop anywhere else? Find the freshest fruits and vegetables handpicked for your family. Need something quick and delicious? Our ready-made rotisserie chicken is hot and ready to go. And with Publix Rewards, you'll save big while shopping for everything you love and need. Publix, fresh, affordable, for you.
Serving Belizean families for 27 years.
My name is Christian Palma. I'm the owner of CRK Services, and I've been operating this business for 7 years in Big Falls, Toledo District. I use the Belize Bank online services because it's quite fast, reliable, and easy. Before I started to use the Belize Bank online services, I had to make a lot of trips into town, which cost me a lot, especially fuel. So the fact that I have to use my credit card every day, I can do an online instant payment and make my life easy. My customers can do payments towards me and it reaches in instant. As fast as convenient for my business, I don't have to be up and down. I can do it anywhere I want. I would recommend you using the Belize Bank online services because for you, it will save you a lot of time.
Electricity Limited is pleased to announce the holding of its 2024 annual general meeting at the BEL corporate headquarters on 2.5 miles Philip Golson Highway, Belize de Belize at 3 p.m. on Thursday, June 19th, 2025. For registration purposes, shareholders are advised to bring along a valid identification such as a social security card. Shareholders who are unable to attend may choose, and we encourage you to exercise this right, to appoint your proxy, or you can simply appoint the company's CEO or the corporate secretary as your proxy to represent you at the AGM.
Proxy forms can be submitted at the BEL corporate headquarters on 2.5 miles Philip Wilson Highway or via email at shares@bel.com.bz no later than 5 p.m. on June 17, 2025. For more information or assistance, contact BEL's Securities Officer at 227-0954 extension 1512.
Get ready to feel the heat, the beat, and the energy of Belize like never before. It's Summerfest 2025. Live performances from Belize's most talented kids. Come and enjoy food that sizzles and cold drinks for the kids. Cultural displays and loads of giveaways. Join us at Memorial Park in Belize City. See you all at 6:30 a.m. on June 20th for Summerfest 2025. Where summer comes alive!
In our world that's always changing, one thing stays the same.
Our promise as Smart Belize to keep you connected.
Connected to the moments, the people, and the future that matter most.
With every new tower, our service upgrades, and every new smile, we're keeping our promise in building more than a network.
We're building a future, a family as Smart Belize. From Punta Gorda to Corozal, we are here not just as a network, but as your partner in progress.
We have grown significantly over the past 20 years, and we just keep growing. Thank you for placing your trust in us. We remain dedicated to providing meaningful connections that bring value in every way that matters to you. We continue to bring people together.
Fellow Belizeans, today we join the world in observing World Environment Day 2025 under the urgent theme, Ending Plastic Pollution. This theme calls on each of us to recognize the critical threat that plastic pollution poses to our environment, our health, and our economy. In Belize, our beautiful Caribbean Sea, rivers, forests, and communities are under pressure from plastic waste that takes hundreds of years to break down, polluting our ecosystems and endangering wildlife. But this is a challenge we can overcome together. The government of Belize, through my Ministry of Sustainable Development, Climate Change, and Solid Waste Management, remains committed to strengthening policies that reduce single-use plastics, promoting sustainable alternatives, and supporting community-driven solutions. But we need everyone, businesses, schools, families, and individuals to be part of the solution. Let us all make conscious choices. Refuse single-use plastics, support local eco-friendly businesses, and advocate for clean, plastic-free environments in our homes and communities. Together, we can beat plastic pollution and protect our jewel for generations to come. Happy World Environment Day 2025.
The United Democratic Party's attempt at a fresh start this weekend turned into yet another public unraveling. What was supposed to be a pivotal National Party Council meeting never even got off the ground. Instead, chaos erupted right outside the UDP headquarters. Tensions flared as longtime party supporter Alfonso Noble was allegedly blocked from entering by Jose Luis Uquespat, just one of many signs that the party remains deeply divided. While some, like Uquespat, say they came in the name of unity, Others are calling the entire event illegitimate and lawless, with key figures like opposition leader Tracy Tager-Panton and former Vice Chairman Roosevelt Blades speaking out. The UDP's internal conflict is once again playing out in full public view. So what's really going on inside the UDP? News Director Isani Cayetano takes a closer look at the fallout from Saturday's failed NPC meeting.
The United Democratic Party is still struggling to find its footing 4 months after a crushing defeat at the national polls. The cracks within the opposition are only getting deeper. It's been 8 months since the Alliance for Democracy held a so-called Unity Convention in Belize City, an event the High Court later ruled had no binding effect on the UDP. And now, this past Saturday's failed National Party Council meeting is just the latest sign that the party remains in disarray. With no clear path forward and internal divisions growing louder, the UDP's downward spiral shows no sign of slowing.
This to hurt me. This to hurt me, to hurt the 35 years I serve this party, to see what this man allowed to happen to our party. It is so not right. It is so not right. Shine resign. If you want to sit down in there as party that he can. But he cannot sit in here as a leader. That's common sense.
That was Roosevelt Blades, former vice chairman of the United Democratic Party, and he wasn't mincing words. His comments were aimed squarely at Shine Barrow, the man who lost his seat in the House of Representatives back in March, stepped down as party leader, and then made a surprising comeback just weeks later. It's a political roller coaster that left many wondering, what's really going on inside the NPC?
It is illegitimate. The persons who are invited to the NPC are not bona fide members of the NPC and are not authorized to make decisions on behalf of the NPC. Simple. You can't call it anything else. That's what it is. You can't handpick people and say to them, are you coming to the end? This happened to a colleague of mine out west. He was called and said, are you coming to the NPC tomorrow? And he says, in what capacity? And he said, as the chairman of your constituent, he said, well, I'm not the chairman. We have a chairman, and gave the chairman's name. He said, I just made you the chairman, so you are invited. What? Come on.
Saturday's meeting was meant to mark a new beginning for the United Democratic Party, a chance to regroup, refocus, and hit the reset button. At least that's what Vice Chairman Alberto August had in mind. But instead of a reset, what unfolded was more like a political nosedive.
Nobody can enter.
You see the license of this? It's not the UDP, right?
Some people would argue that you've essentially hijacked this entire event today, notwithstanding the fact that the deputy party leader says he was not invited, nor was the leader of the opposition.
The party leader is invited. This is not a government matter. The leader of the opposition addresses government issues. She's the leader of the opposition in the House of Representatives. This is a UDP meeting. Right? There's a difference between the leader of the opposition and the leader of the UDP. This is not a government meeting. This is a meeting of the United Democratic Party.
UDP!
The National Party Council gathering didn't materialize, and instead, chaos broke out right on the steps of the UDP headquarters. In a dramatic moment, Jose Luis Uke-Spat allegedly tried to block longtime party supporter Alfonso Noble from entering the building, sparking confusion and confrontation.
I am a member of the NPC. I need to go up there. If Ook goes up there, he is going to be making decisions which will affect me, which will ultimately affect me. And he cannot make a decision for me. He has no standing in this party. He not just jog up, come up, kind of way there. But his position is not even legal. He went through no convention. He has no committee. I don't know who these people are who are coming up there. I need to go up there. These people that are coming up there will not make a decision for me.
For Uke-Spat, Saturday was a chance to bring the United Democratic Party back together. But instead of healing, the day unraveled into confusion and confrontation, with tensions boiling over right at the party's doorstep.
I've always been one to mitigate for unity, for love, for respect,
for peace. I not come here to fight, I not come here to nothing. I come here to a meeting that I was invited to by the leader of the UDP, Mr. Shine Barrow. I attend the meeting to see how best we can move the entire party forward. And that's my objective here today, nothing else.
Reporting for News 5, I am Isana Cayetano.
From his end, Shine Barrow didn't hold back, calling out Tracy Panton and her supporters for what he described as political violence, not democracy. In a fiery video statement, he said the actions on display were more criminal than constitutional and warned that such behavior is exactly why unity within the party remains out of reach.
It is a shame and disgrace what we saw on display today from Tracy Panton and her alliance. I don't know if you can call them for Democracy Party. It was more like a criminal enterprise that we saw out here exercising not freedom of expression but political violence. It was repugnant. Something that escalates the discourse in Belize beyond that of difference of opinions and philosophies, but to that of violence. This is the same reason Tracy Panton and her cabal were expelled from the United Democratic Party for acting outside of the framework that guides our institution, which is that of the Constitution. They continue to demonstrate a level of lawlessness, a level of contempt for authority that frightens me, and that is why it has been difficult to hand over the party to people who behave more like a criminal enterprise rather than democratic loving servants of the Belizean people. And it is rather unfortunate because what would have happened today would have brought the party forward. It would have opened the doors to inclusion, to reunification, reset, and rebuilding. Today we would have passed motions to lift the expulsion of Tracy Panton and others.
Shine Barrow isn't holding back, and he's making that crystal clear. As he gets ready to step down, he's calling out what he sees as out-of-control behavior within the party. Barrow says some members are ignoring the rules and acting like they're above the law, and that's putting the party at risk. He's pushing for unity and a fresh start, but says it must be done the right way, by following the party's constitution and respecting the process.
Those are not the type of people that we want leading any political institution. Those are not the type of people that we would ever, heaven forbid, want to be the Prime Minister of our country and members of our cabinet. It should have been a learning lesson from October 20. It should have been a learning lesson from October 27 when they forcefully, criminally took over the UDP headquarters and we had to go to court and have them removed and have the court decide that Tracy Panton had no authority and was never the leader of the UDP. As your outgoing party leader, I pledge that I will do everything in my power to unite this party so that we can reset and rebuild, to be inclusive as we transition to new leadership. But we must follow the processes, the structures outlined in our Constitution. If we do not do that, then we are no different than a banana republic. We are no different than the cartel or criminal enterprises that operate lawlessly outside the regulatory framework that is there to ensure justice.
Over the weekend, BNTU President Nadia Khalid came out swinging at the Briceño administration, firing back after a series of government-sponsored ads targeting union leaders. In a fiery Facebook post, Khalid accused the administration of stirring up trouble and made it clear the unions aren't backing down. Their demands for an 8.5% salary adjustment still stands, and they say no amount of pressure will make them waver.
It's sad. It is sad when we look at politicians taking the plight of the Belizean people and playing politics with it. Now, you have seen the smear campaign against the unions. But we're not going to step back. That's the message today. 8.5 salary adjustment is 8.5 salary adjustment. Let me tell you this, my dear teachers. They can put out 1,000 videos. You know what makes this movement unique? It is because it is their people who are on the ground not supporting them. Let me repeat that. It is their people who are on the ground that are not supporting them. They can run 1 million videos and their very own people are not supporting them. You have seen the comments under their own ads. You have seen that our parents are with us. And that is the reason why when they said, President, our children are at 6th Farm, our children are here Standard 6, Food Farm, they want to graduate, work with us and we will work with you because we understand the struggle that you are going through. Running an ad saying that it will cost $100 million for a salary adjustment, government knows this is not true. And let's look at how it started. $13 million for the salary adjustment. Then you hear $20 million for the salary adjustment. Then next is $40 million for the salary adjustment. Then $60 million for the salary adjustment. Now $100 million for the salary adjustment. The politics that they're trying to use to distort the pain and suffering of the Belizean people will not work. They can put a video out there with the president naked. They can put a video out there with the president stealing this and stealing that. The movement will not change. The people want to see their 8.5 salary adjustment. And I'll tell you, when I look at your ads, you know what's happening? You're only creating problems for yourself. You're hemorrhaging. You're hemorrhaging. It's about time that you sit down with your people and let them understand we got to work with the workers of this country.
After the break, jet ski explosion sends man flying and miraculously survives. But first, here's the latest weather update from the Belize Met Service.
Everyone dreams. Whether it's buying a new home or a new car, taking that long, relaxing vacation, furthering your education, opening your own business, or when you need us the most. St. John's Credit Union makes it effortless to help you harness the power of your finances. We know that life's constant change demands financial flexibility. And at St. John's Credit Union Limited, we want you to be prepared. Become a member today so you can start your journey towards safe saving, smart borrowing.
St. John's Credit Union is the leader since 1946. They work harder.
veracidad, imparcialidad.
Este es el término utilizado.
Hemos estado haciendo el trabajo como organización.
Y tus noticias en español.
Están en aguas beliceñas, entonces esta bandera se queda aquí.
Sintoniza Canal 5 cada viernes a las 7 de la noche.
Tenemos que resolver dos grandes problemas de este país.
Su voz importa, su acción cuenta.
Transfusión sanguínea, elementos que indican un deterioro evidente del estado de salud.
Somos Noticiero 5 semanal.
Perdió la vida en un heroico intento de proteger a su hermano. El Tribunal de Magistrados de la ciudad de Belice se paralizó. La policía está investigando 2 asesinatos separados.
Tu fuente de información.
In Belize, change isn't just coming, it's already here. When people have tools, knowledge, and power, they build the future they want. This is what a game-changing partnership looks like. Equal, lasting, and led by the next generation. From greener choices to inclusive growth and innovation, Belize and the European Union are shaping tomorrow together. Every action, every voice, every breakthrough, it's all a part of the same story. Game changers, empowering the future. Follow the EU in Belize to discover the game changers.
Benny's is kicking off Father's Day with popping deals for dad. In the month of June, visit a Benny's near you and get 19 to 25% off selected items such as Milwaukee and Axie power tools, Charbroil barbecue grills, car care products, Karcher pressure washers, and much, much more. Make dad happy with popping deals for dad in June, only at Benny's.
Benny's, Benny's, oh, Benny's, 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 oh.
Are you ready?
Are you ready?
Are you ready?
Are you ready?
KTV The Remix Season 7 is back, and we're looking for the next superstar.
If you've got the voice, you've got what it takes to own the stage,
then step up and show us what you've got at the official KTV The Remix Season 7 audition.
right here at the GBM Studios on Coney Drive, the 21st and the 22nd of June, 9 a.m. to 3 p.m.
Whether you're a powerhouse vocalist, a smooth crooner, or a soulful performer,
your turn to shine under the lights right here to remix your future.
the winner walks away with $10,000, prizes, and bragging rights as Belize's next top talent.
Only the best make it to the list. Will it be you? KTV, the remix, season 7. It's bigger.
It's bolder.
It's awesome. Let
the remix begin.
Digi is bringing the power of connectivity to every corner of Belize with our Digi on-the-go mobile store.
Ma, Digi dia.
Digi dia. Don't say. Sign up for the fastest, most reliable home fiber service, purchase the latest device, or explore our wide range of services. This one-of-a-kind mobile store has it all. Our dedicated team brings the same high-quality in-store experience to you, ensuring you stay connected with friends, family, and the world.
You guys bringing the mobile here, it's really helpful, saving a lot of money for people going from the town, especially like in Punta Gorda, which is 25 miles away from here, which will cost a couple dollars for them to reach there. So having these caravan here, it's a lot easier, it's a lot cheaper, and you know, people are taking advantage. As you can see, we have a lot of people coming out today to purchase some of these devices, top-ups and even postpaid that they're eager to have, no?
Digi is connecting Belize one community at a time. Look out for the Digi on-the-go mobile store with exclusive deals and offers in a community near you. Follow us on our Digi Facebook page to see where we will be next.
Digi, our national telecom.
A terrifying moment on the waters off Burglary Key nearly turned deadly. But one man is lucky to be alive. Jeffrey Molina had just refueled a jet ski when it suddenly exploded, sending him flying into the sea in a ball of flames. Miraculously, he escaped with only minor injuries.
On Saturday, 14 June at approximately 10:30 a.m., police responded to reports of an explosion in the lagoon by Gas and Go gas station in San Mateo area, San Pedro. The initial investigation revealed that the operator of the jet ski, Jeffrey Molina, had just refueled the jet ski at the gas station, and shortly thereafter there was an explosion which caused him to be flung into the water. The jet ski then drifted a bit and subsequently caught fire. Fire personnel were summoned to the scene.
Are the level of injuries?
He received minor injuries.
Last week, we brought you the story of a man accused of trying twice to set his ex-girlfriend's house on fire. Tonight, that man, Sir Hugh Anthony Andrewen, is behind bars. After being arraigned for arson in the Belize City Magistrates Court, Andrewen was offered bail but couldn't meet the $1,500 requirement. He's now on remand at the Belize Central Prison. The court also laid down strict conditions. He's not allowed near the victim or her family and must stay at least 100 yards away. Andrewen claims he's already moved out of the home he allegedly tried to burn. He's due back in court on August 11th. Police weighed in on the case. Here's what they had to say.
As a consequence of the arson report made by Hanisha Castro on 12th June, on 14th of June 2025, police formally arrested and charged Sir Hugh Anthony Andrewen, 21 years old Belizean construction worker, for the crime of arson.
A kind gesture took a dangerous turn for one Belize City man. What started as a simple act of generosity, letting someone use his restroom, quickly turned into a robbery attempt. But this would-be thief didn't get far. According to police, the homeowner fought back, forcing the suspect to flee empty-handed. ASP Stacey Smith has more on this unusual and unsettling encounter.
On Sunday, 15 June at approximately 8:45 p.m., police responded to an aggravated burglary report on Antelope Street, Belize City, where they met with Miguel Alpuche, who reported that at around 8:35 p.m. he was at his residence on the said street when he was approached by a male person who called his name and requested to use Alpuche's restroom. However, after this male person gained access to the house, he produced a knife and demanded money from Alpuche. A struggle ensued between Alpuche and the individual, which resulted in Mr. Alpuche receiving cut wounds. The police are now seeking one male person in connection to this incident.
Did he know the person?
The information that we have ascertained is that the male person gave his name to Mr. Alpuche and would have called Mr. Alpuche by his name. However, he is not quite certain as to whether he recognized the person.
Was anything stolen?
No. Yes, there was a demand. However, the struggle that ensued caused the male person to subsequently flee without receiving anything.
And Mr. Alpuche is in a stable?
Yes, Mr. Alpuche is in a stable condition.
There's a tech thief on the loose in Orange Walk tonight. Police are on the hunt for a man who held up KAB Technologies and made off with 6 cell phones. The suspect, described as an armed Hispanic man, was caught on the store's surveillance cameras. And now those images are in the hands of investigators. Authorities are hoping someone out there recognizes him. Here's what the police had to say.
Police are investigating a robbery which occurred at approximately 10:44 a.m. at KAB Technologies located on San Antonio Road in Orange Walk District. The proprietor of that store reported that a Hispanic descent male person entered the business place and pointed a firearm at the cashier, demanding that she handed over money and cell phones. The male person stole a total of 6 cell phones and made good his escape. Police's investigation into this matter continues.
The value of the items?
That has not been quantified as yet.
A disturbing case out of Corozal tonight. Police have arrested and charged a man accused of a horrifying betrayal of trust. The stepfather, whose identity is being withheld to protect the victim, now faces 4 counts of rape after allegations surfaced involving his own stepdaughter. Authorities say he's been remanded to the Belize Central Prison as the investigation continues.
As it relates to the report which was made by the 12-year-old female minor on 29 May 2025 in Corozal, police have formally arrested and charged a 39-year-old male person for 4 counts of rape and 3 counts of sexual assault. The male person was subsequently arraigned before the Corozal Magistrate Court and later remanded to the Belize Central Prison.
When we return, Damari Tessakun's journey from burn victim to medical degree.
Hi, my name is Louis and I'm the Rotary Club of San Ignacio.
Olá, meu nome é Débora, sou natural de Belo Horizonte.
Hola, ¿qué tal? Mi nombre es Luis Jesús Galván.
I am in the Jackson and today I'm going to donate blood.
Bueno, hoy es día de ir a donar sangre.
Y hoje eu vou efetuar minha doação de sangue.
Pues el día de hoy decidí salvar unas cuantas vidas.
Hoy me toca.
Vim aqui no Minas doar sangue.
Vamos a ir a donar.
Just arrived at the lab for blood donation.
Acabo de llegar al Centro Regional de Hemoterapia.
Então, agora eu cheguei na parte mais importante.
Esta parte es donde ya estamos listos para donar.
So here am I giving blood.
Oigan, pues ya voy saliendo.
Bueno, pues ya me encuentro saliendo del proceso, todo fue excelente.
Bueno, recién llego de donar sangre, la primera experiencia.
Ya van más de 4 meses que doné por última vez.
Desde 2004 que vengo haciendo esto periódicamente.
That feeling that you know you are able to help someone.
Porque a partir daqui minha bolsa de sangue vai para salvar algumas vidas.
No te esperes a necesitarlo, ayúdalo, dona sangre y salva vidas.
Un abrazo.
Electricity powers our lives, but it must be handled safely and correctly. That is why it is not only important, but essential to be a licensed wireman. Being licensed means you are trained, tested, and trusted to do the job according to acceptable industry standards. To become a licensed wireman, the first step is to take the PUC Wireman License Exam, which is the only path to becoming officially recognized to carry out electrical installation and submission of electrical design plans to the PUC. PUC's Wireman License Exam provides evidence that the applicant possesses the necessary knowledge and expertise to be licensed in a specific profession or for a specific scope of work, assures the public that the person passing the exam is qualified to practice within the scope of the license without causing electrical safety concerns to the public. All individuals who have successfully passed the exam are issued a PUC Wireman license according to their category. The PUC reminds the public, 1. Only a licensed wireman can submit your electrical design for approval. And 2. Choose a licensed wireman to ensure your electrical project is safe and up to standard.
Planning a trip to Belize? Here's how to complete your I Declare Arrival form in 5 easy steps. Step 1. Visit belizetravel.immigration.gov.bz. Step 2. Select the appropriate forms for arrivals. Choose Arriving to Belize. Step 3. Provide your origin trip details, including your departure airport and country of residence. Step 4. Carefully complete the immigration form. Add dependents if necessary, declare baggage, currency, and merchandise, and confirm your entries are correct. Step 5. Download your completed form and take a screenshot of your QR code and reference ID to present to the immigration officer. Thank you for using Belize iTravel. Safe journey.
Are you ready?
Are you ready?
Are you ready?
Are you ready?
KTV The Remix Season 7 is back, and we're looking for the next superstar.
If you got the voice, and you've got what it takes to own the stage,
then step up and show us what you've got at the official KTV The Remix Season 7 audition.
Right here at the GBM Studios on Coney Drive, the 21st and the 22nd of June, 9 a.m. to 3 p.m.
Whether you're a powerhouse vocalist, a smooth crooner, or a soulful performer,
your turn to shine under the lights right here to remix your future.
The winner walks away with $10,000, prizes, and bragging rights as Belize's next top talent.
Only the best make it to the list. Will it be you? KTV The Remix Season 7. It's bigger.
It's bolder.
It's awesome. Let the remix begin.
Unwrap the joy of crystal clear picture and sound from Iowa, the brand that offers you affordability and exceptional quality. Iowa has a wide range of exceptional products to choose from, such as TVs, speakers, headphones, home appliances, and much more at affordable prices that won't break the bank. Enhance your audio-visual entertainment experience with Iowa, and for your convenience, parts are readily available in country for hassle-free maintenance. You can find Iowa products at your local electronics store countrywide. Choose Iowa, the best in home entertainment and household appliances.
This summer, get ready to feel the heat, the beat, and the energy of Belize like never before. It's Summerfest 2025. Performances from Belize's most talented kids. Come and enjoy food that sizzles and cold drinks for the kids. Cultural displays and loads of giveaways. Join us at Memorial Park in Belize City. See you all at 6:30 a.m. on June 20th for Summerfest 2025. Where summer comes alive!
In our world that's always changing, one thing stays the same.
Our promise as Smart Belize to keep you connected.
Connected to the moments, the people, and the future that matter most.
With every new tower, our service upgrades, and every new smile, we're keeping our promise in building more than a network.
We're building a future, a family as Smart Belize. From Punta Gorda to Corozal, we are here not just as a network, but as your partner in progress.
We have grown significantly over the past 20 years, and we just keep growing. Thank you for placing your trust in us. We remain dedicated to providing meaningful connections that bring value in every way that matters to you. We continue to bring people together.
It's a story of unimaginable pain, incredible strength, and a dream that refused to die. 15 years ago, Damari Tesakun was just 14 when she survived a tragic electrocution that claimed her aunt's life and left her with severe burns over nearly half her body. She lost a leg, but not her will to live or to serve others. Fast forward to today, Damari is walking a very different path. Across the graduation stage, proudly receiving her medical degree. Now she's on a mission to become a burn surgeon, using her own journey to help others heal. News 5's Paul Lopez has a remarkable story of resilience and purpose.
15 years ago, Damari Tesakun's life changed in an instant. She was just 14 when a tragic accident struck. She and her aunt were adjusting an antenna when it touched a high-tension wire. Her aunt died on the spot. Damari survived, but barely. She spent 5 weeks in intensive care at Shriners Hospital, fighting to recover from severe burns. Doctors had to amputate one of her legs, and she later had to learn how to walk again using a prosthetic limb. In a 2015 interview, Damari shared the pain and strength it took to get through that life-altering moment.
Seeing my family going through this pain made me realize how important life is and how important being in a family is and the role of a mother and a father that takes place. I wanted to somehow take up that pain from them and just carry it myself. But it was difficult because it's my mother. You know, she has to feel the pain I am going through. I wasn't able to do anything than just pray for them, you know, pray to God to give us this peace, to give us, you know, that tranquility we need for that moment.
But Damari's story didn't end there, not even close. Just over a week ago, 10 years after she first shared her journey with us, she reached an incredible milestone. Damari graduated with a medical degree from Aisho University's School of Medicine for international students in Taiwan. Now she's well on her way to achieving her dream of becoming a burn surgeon, turning her own pain into purpose.
Graduating feels surreal. Looking back, I feel very grateful for the scholarship opportunity that I got, and I can see how much I've grown both academically and personally. I face many challenges, but each step helped me grow, and I've become stronger now. So I feel very grateful, very honored and humbled that I've gotten to this place.
Even after all she's been through, Damari Tesakun's journey hasn't been without new challenges. While studying in Taiwan, she received a new prosthetic, but as she tells it, that upgrade came with complications. The device led to painful pressure ulcers, adding yet another hurdle to her already incredible path. But true to form, Damari didn't let it stop her. Her determination to become a burn surgeon remains as strong as ever.
So I had wounds, and despite having those wounds, I still had to go to school. I still had to go to the hospital, and I was in so much pain. And I remember that I got to the point that I had to go to the doctor for an appointment. And when I got there, the doctor told me that I needed to rest for 2 weeks. And I told him that is not even a possibility, because missing 2 weeks of school would mean that I would lose so many learning opportunities, but also my grade would be very affected.
Despite being in constant pain, Damari pushed through her surgical training, determined not to give up. Painkillers offered little relief, but she kept going. And when she finally walked across the stage to receive her medical degree, with her proud parents by her side in Taiwan, every struggle felt worth it.
From a very tender age, at 4 years old, I knew that this is the path that I wanted to take. And when I had my accident, I was in a burn hospital, Shriners Burn Hospital for Children in Texas. And there I was surrounded by amazing burn surgeons, amazing doctors, and they really inspired me. They really gave me the best healthcare that I could have ever experienced. So when I got to that point, I knew that burn surgery was something that I wanted to do. And I am still in that path. Hopefully I can accomplish it soon.
Tesakun must sit a license exam and complete an internship to practice as a medical physician. She's not stopping there. With her sights set on becoming a burn surgeon, she's diving into even more training to make that dream a reality. Her message is simple but powerful. No matter what life throws at you, stay focused, stay driven, and never let go of your dreams.
I want people to never stop dreaming, to never stop pursuing their goals. Even if the journey may seem difficult, we must stay committed to our dream and work tirelessly towards it. We cannot lose sight of it. Even if obstacles threaten to shatter them, we must keep pushing, we must keep working, we must keep pursuing our goal.
From entrusting her life into the hands of medical doctors 15 years ago to becoming one herself, life has come full circle for Damari Tesakun. And throughout those years, one message has remained steadfast. She shared it in 2015.
You can do everything, and what the Bible also says, you can do all things through Christ who strengthens us.
And again, when we spoke with her recently,
like I always say, we can do all things through Christ who strengthens us.
Reporting for News 5, I am Paul Lopez.
Up next, the William Dawson Peace Cup continues in Sand Hill Village.
LG dual inverter compressor cools air faster by operating at speeds as high as 120 Hz with more stability compared to conventional models. It also saves up to 70% more energy by operating at speeds as low as 10 Hz with more stability. It reduces torque vibration down to 40% for quiet outdoor unit operation. Stable operation with low vibrations also results in increased durability.
La formación del Centro Neurológico del Hospital Galenia es que esas enfermedades que son altamente complejas y que muchos de nuestros pacientes tenían que emigrar hacia otra parte de la República u otra parte de México, ahora pueden ser atendidos aquí.
La atención quirúrgica en el centro neurológico se forma dentro de un grupo multidisciplinario que incluye tanto neurólogos, médicos internistas, ortopedistas, neurocirujanos, pediatras. Y este esfuerzo que se ha realizado para conjuntar todos los especialistas es para siempre brindar al paciente un abordaje multidisciplinario y transversal.
Evidentemente, mientras más rápido podamos llegar al diagnóstico de los pacientes, más rápido podemos tratarlos, resolverlos y por ende mejor resultado vamos a tener al final. Entonces creo que la prioridad y el fundamento principal de un proyecto como este es justamente eso, que no se pierda tiempo de forma innecesaria para poder al final del día llegar al mejor de los resultados con un tratamiento completo, integral y oportuno.
Y las visiones desde diferentes perspectivas nos permiten tener pues el mejor tratamiento y la mejor opción para el paciente.
Tenemos la capacidad técnica, operativa, profesional y la infraestructura de poder establecer una atención neurológica de alta calidad.
This summer, get ready to feel the heat, the beat, and got the energy of Belize like never before. It's Summerfest 2025. Performances from Belize's most talented kids.
Come and enjoy food that sizzles and cold drinks for the kids.
Cultural displays and loads of giveaways. Join us at Memorial Park in Belize City. See you all at 6:30 a.m. on June 20th for Summerfest 2025.
Where summer comes alive!
Life is full of precious moments worth cherishing, moments that shape our present and lay the foundation for our future. But amidst life's beautiful tapestry, there are uncertainties we must confront. How do we secure today while protecting tomorrow? Introducing RF&G Life Insurance, your partner in safeguarding what matters most. With a RF&G Life Insurance plan, you can ensure financial security for your loved ones, providing them with a safety net for the future. From identifying and recommending plans suitable for your unique needs to expert advice every step of the way, RF&G Life Insurance is committed to protecting your family's legacy. Choose RF&G Life Insurance for peace of mind you can rely on. RF&G Life Insurance, securing today, protecting tomorrow. Your life, your legacy.
Here's how to access your contribution history on the My Social Security portal. First, go to your browser and type ssbportal.org.bz. Enter your email and password, then click Log In. Once logged in, you'll see your full portal account on the screen. On the left-hand side, you'll notice a drop-down menu for added features. Click on History. Choose Contributions. Read the disclaimer, then click Continue. You'll now see a full window displaying your contribution history. In the table, each row represents a different year. For example, let's look at the year 2024. Click on the row and a detailed breakdown will appear. This breakdown includes your employer's name, your earnings for each month and week, contribution type, the amounts paid, and that's how you can explore the new contribution feature on the My Social Security portal. It's quick, easy, and keeps your Social Security information right at your fingertips. Create your account today.
Week after week, Scald presents exciting reports and documentaries on the most varied topics of our time. Spectacular developments and innovations, lifestyle and trends of tomorrow, mobility and tourism, health news, highlights from art and culture. Each contribution grabs the viewer with extraordinary images and stories and takes him into fascinating worlds which he experiences here exclusively and up close. We're there when companies and specialists develop super satellites for a global network in space and can look behind the scenes. Scald is a window to everything that is there or is yet to come. Fly with us through time to better understand today and tomorrow. You've always wanted that. Scald, a look into the future.
In our world that's always changing, one thing stays the same.
Our promise as Smart Belize to keep you connected.
Connected to the moments, the people, and the future that matter most.
With every new tower, our service upgrades, and every new smile, we're keeping our promise in building more than a network.
We're building a future, a family as Smart Belize. From Punta Gorda to Corozal, we are here not just as a network, but as your partner in progress.
We have grown significantly over the past 20 years, and we just keep growing. Thank you for placing your trust in us. We remain dedicated to providing meaningful connections that bring value in every way that matters to you. We continue to bring people together.
Good evening and welcome to this week's edition of Sports Monday. I'm Paul Lopez here with this weekend's Sports Review. Let's begin tonight at the Sandhill football field for week 2 of the William Dawson Peace Cup. In our highlight match, Jane Usher Football Club went up against Cesar Ridge Football Club. 19 minutes into this one, Cesar Ridge in possession of the ball. It is passed off and second touch to Leslie, sprinting towards goal. Leslie had a defender and the goalkeeper on him, and he kicked the ball between both of their feet and into an exposed goal. In under a minute, Jane Usher FC sent the ball downfield. Number 14 for Cesar Ridge stepped up to defend against Delroy Andrews, but Andrews shook him off and found a narrow opening to the goal and tied the match. That's the first half. In the second half of the match, at the 55th minute, Cesar Ridge with a corner kick. The ball eventually cleared out. Cesar Ridge regained possession and the ball is sent flying towards the goal. The goalkeeper got a hold but fumbled the ball and Arson Benitez took advantage. Cesar Ridge FC went up 2-1, and that is how this one ended in favor of CRFC. The Belize Premier Basketball League is now in week 6 of its inaugural season. Each day of this weekend saw matches played in different parts of the country. On Friday night, the Capital City Kings hosted the Easy Investment Dream Ballers for a showdown that saw the Dream Ballers rise to the occasion. Kings fell despite a 40-point historic performance by Nisani Mendes, while Deshaun Brackett led the Easy Investment Dream Ballers with 20 points. Another big night for Brackett, who is now the first player in this new league to score a total of 100 points across all games played to date. In San Ignacio, the San Pedro Tiger Sharks won yet another road game, this time against the Cayo Western Ballers. That game ended 80-75. The Sharks are now 5-0 this season, the only undefeated team in the league so far. And then on Sunday afternoon, Easy Investment Dream Ballers was back out on the court as they hosted the Punta Gorda Panthers in a battle of the southern teams. Dream Ballers edged out the Panthers 69-62. The Belize City Thunderbolts will host the Belmopan City Kings on Friday night in Belize City. Now back to some football action with the Anthony Marler Youth Football Tournament. We have highlights from 2 matches played on Saturday at Berger Field. In the first game, Royal Fusion and KP Strikers female teams went head-to-head in 2 15-minute halves. And it didn't take long before Albion Strikers scored their first goal. That one came from Priya Bladen. She found her way through the clutter in front of the goal and placed it in with a soft ground touch in an open area. That is 1 for Albion Strikers and the only goal scored in the entire match. So, the Strikers took that one. The male under-10 match played out differently. In this one, Belize United took on Ebony Lake, and boy did Ebony Lake give a formidable Belize United team a run for their money. 5 minutes into this one, a goal kick for Ebony Lake went across the field and Gerald Tillett in front of the goal. He did not hesitate to fire towards the goal, outplaced the goalkeeper and sent the ball into net. That's 1 for Ebony Lake. 2 minutes into the second half, Ebony Lake's goalkeeper Shafiq Martin with another goal kick that flies across the field. But this time it bounced inside the penalty box and over the goalkeeper's head and into the goal. That's 2 goals for Ebony Lake as Belize United desperately searched for something. But their answer came 2 minutes later from Azir Ghanir off the Belize United corner kick. Ghanir was directly in front of the goal to put the ball in. He was able to cut their opponent's lead to 1, but that is as far as they went. Ebony Lake came out on top, 2-1. Well, folks, that's all we have for you in tonight's coverage of Sports Monday. We do hope all the fathers out there had a restful and enjoyable Father's Day weekend. Catch you in the next one.
And that's the news. Tonight's broadcast is available at channel5police.com, on our Facebook, and on YouTube. I'm Sabrina Daly. Thanks for joining us. And from all of us here at News 5, good night.